Before we begin, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss stories that go deeper than headlines. Some stories don't end when the cameras stop rolling. Some stories continue quietly, far away from red carpets and flashing lights. This is one of those stories. For nearly 8 years, Brad Pitt chose silence. No interviews. No public defense. No explanations. Just absence. And in 2025, that silence finally broke. For most of his life, Brad Pitt lived under the world's microscope. Every relationship became a headline. Every smile became a story. But after the collapse of his family, he disappeared emotionally. The world argued on his behalf and against him. He did not respond. He let assumptions grow. He let narratives harden. And he carried the weight alone. Until he finally spoke. To understand that silence, we have to go back to 2003. That was the year Brad met Angelina Jolie on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. At the time, Brad was still married to Jennifer Aniston. Angelina had recently ended her marriage to Billy Bob Thornton. Their chemistry was undeniable. The media noticed immediately. Every look became suspicious. Every interview was analyzed. The story had already begun forming, long before any truth could breathe. By 2005, Brad and Jennifer finalized their divorce. The public had already made up its mind. When Brad was photographed with Angelina and her son Maddox, the reaction exploded. The images traveled faster than explanations ever could. A narrative of betrayal took hold. Few paused to consider complexity. Fewer cared about timing. The world wanted villains and heroes. Nuance had no place. And the pressure never eased. Over the next decade, Brad and Angelina built a family unlike any Hollywood had seen. They adopted Maddox, Zahara, and Pax from different parts of the world. They welcomed Shiloh, then twins Nux and Vavon. 6 children. Multiple cultures. Constant movement. To the public, they looked perfect. A symbol of global unity. A modern fairy tale. But fairy tales hide cracks well. Behind closed doors, life was far more fragile. Fame never turned off. Schedules never slowed down. Parenting happened across continents. Pressure followed them everywhere. Even their sanctuary felt heavy at times. In 2008, they bought Château Miraval in France. It became their refuge, their home, and later, their battlefield. For several years, Miraval felt peaceful. The children grew there. The vineyard flourished. They built a wine brand together. In 2014, they married quietly on the property. Only family and close friends attended. For a moment, stability seemed possible. Like the storm had passed. But storms don't always leave. Sometimes they wait. In September 2016, everything collapsed. Angelina filed for divorce. The announcement shocked the world. But the real breaking point came days earlier. On a private flight, an argument escalated. Alcohol was involved. Tensions spilled over. What happened next would haunt everyone involved. Especially the children. And especially Brad. Accusations emerged quickly. Angelina's legal filings described aggressive behavior. Their son Maddox tried to intervene. Details were disputed. Brad denied the most serious claims. But the damage was already done. The FBI launched an investigation. Child Services stepped in. Brad's life became interrogations and evaluations. Silence followed. Eventually, authorities found no grounds for criminal charges. The investigations closed. But public opinion did not. Angelina was granted primary custody. Brad's visits were supervised. The family fractured. Trust evaporated. Legal battles stretched on for years. And Brad said nothing. Not once. Behind the scenes, Brad made changes. He entered sobriety in 2016. He admitted alcohol had taken control. He sought therapy. He asked for family counseling. Some sessions happened. None lasted. The emotional distance was already too great. Silence became protection. And punishment. As years passed, the deepest pain came from his children. Maddox distanced himself completely. Court testimony reflected that distance. Pax expressed anger publicly, even if briefly. Shiloh later removed Pitt from her name. Vavahan used only Jella professionally. Nux stayed out of view. Each decision spoke loudly. Brad never responded. He endured quietly. While emotional wounds grew, financial war erupted. Château Miraval became a legal nightmare. Ownership disputes turned bitter. Angelina sold her stake to a third party. Brad claimed betrayal. Angelina claimed coercion. Lawsuits piled up. Documents were contested. Trust dissolved completely. A home became a weapon. By 2024, the divorce was finally finalized. But closure felt incomplete. The winery battle continued. Courtrooms replaced conversations. What once symbolized love now symbolized loss. Hundreds of millions were at stake. But the real cost was emotional. No verdict could fix that. No settlement could undo it. The family remained broken. Then, in May 2025, Brad spoke. For the first time in nearly a decade. In a GQ interview, he broke his silence. Not with anger. Not with blame. But with exhaustion. He said silence felt safer than chaos. He acknowledged the distance with his children. Without naming names. Without defense. "I'm always here if they need their father," he said. Not as a plea. Not as an apology. But as acceptance. He admitted no one expects this outcome. No parent imagines estrangement. He avoided reliving the flight. Avoided accusations. Avoided retaliation. He chose restraint. Brad described a quieter life now. Meditation. Reading. Sculpting. Solitude. He no longer chases noise. Fame holds less power. Peace matters more. Sobriety remains central. Healing continues privately. Professionally, he remains influential. Plan B continues producing powerful films. Awards still follow his work. In late 2025, he returns to the screen. A Formula One film marks his comeback. But stardom feels secondary now. His life is smaller. More controlled. More inward. More real. Brad has reportedly found love again. Quietly. Carefully. With no rush toward spectacle. Angelina continues her humanitarian and creative work. Her children stand firmly by her side. Paths have separated permanently. No reunions are promised. No miracles expected. Only time remains. After 8 years of silence, Brad Pitt finally spoke. But words cannot heal everything. Legal battles may end. Public debates may fade. Yet family wounds heal differently. Some take decades. Some never fully close. The question remains unanswered. Can fractured relationships find their way back? Only time will tell.